Well, Shannon, I've moved across the street to Oakland Catholic. The girls were sent back from St. Paul to Oakland Catholic, where they were being dismissed to their parents. In fact, I am going to introduce you to one of the students. This is Eve. This is my daughter. She was inside during the lockdown, and she's going to share with us what you heard.
Okay, well, I mean, it was scary. I was in physics class, and first thing I'm doing is I'm doing my worksheet, my homework, and then our secretary's voice came over the announcements and kind of told us, go into lockdown. And you could tell by her voice that it was real. So we went, and my teacher took control of the situation, and we went and we hid against in between our tables. And all we're hearing over the announcements is don't move, like you're in lockdown. And then we have no updates. So people are scared. We're hearing ambulances coming down the street, fire trucks, police. People are on their phones texting their parents. They're checking Twitter updates that are false. And so that's why I called you, because I wanted to figure out what was going on. And I wanted to make sure everybody else was okay. And that's when we kind of figured out what was actually happening. And we could all calm down. And then they sent in police. And police, we could hear them clearing everything. And then they came into our room. They came into the room a couple of times. We had another teacher come into our classroom who didn't have a class. And I mean, we kind of just hung out for a while, and everyone was stressed and like upset because we didn't know what was happening. People were texting. People brothers over in Central, so everyone's super worried.
You called me. You were whispering.
Yeah, I had to whisper because we weren't allowed to make a noise. I mean, there are people who are crying and they can't make a sound as they're crying because we don't want anybody to know where we are. Our teacher's telling us what to do if somebody comes in, we were in a physics classroom, so he's like, there's acid. And it was upsetting, and I had to call you. I was the only person allowed to call because he knew that if I called you, we would know what was actually happening. Nobody else was allowed to go on their phone or allowed to call. People were texting. They were texting their brothers, their parents.
So they told you what to do if someone came in?
Yeah. If somebody came in, he was telling us things that we could use if we had to defend ourselves. Metal rods that were in the closet, chemicals that were all in the classroom. And he was promising us, he said, I will keep you safe. I will do everything that I can to keep you guys safe.
So what did you do at that point? I mean, you just kind of waited and you heard, what did you hear police doing?
We waited, we could hear them busting up. They were aggressive when they had to get in their classrooms because they had to be, so we hear them opening these other doors. We hear them calling to each other in the hallways. They would come in, and the door at the back of the physics classroom didn't lock because a couple weeks ago it broke, so we could only lock the front one. We couldn't lock the back one, and they're opening it and they're like, it's not locking, even though we thought it was. So my physics teacher and the chemistry teacher who had come across the classroom, and we barricaded the door. We shoved our science chairs under it, and we used a little physics and made it so that it wouldn't open. But people were they were in and out a lot, and it was intimidating. They come in because they're trying to make sure everything is safe, and it's scary. And then finally, so we were one of the first classrooms to be let out, and they let us out through a back side door, and we just crossed the street and went up to Central. They were like, you have to get your stuff and you have to go, or to the cathedral. To the cathedral. Sorry. And
so did you just come out normal? Did you have to put your hands up? What was?
No, so we just walked out normally. My teacher was behind us, and there wasn't really any police, so it was kind of just us. And we were the first ones, so we were a little bit alone on the street, but it was completely blocked off. So we crossed down there because we didn't want to cross up here, and just walked over. I mean, we would practice this. We have these drills, so we knew what to do. And I helped people cross the street, and we crossed it, and then we went in there, and there were teachers already in there waiting for us. They told us where to sit. We had to take attendance, make sure everyone was there.
What was the feeling inside there? What were people doing?
People were running in. I had friends run up to me. They were hugging me, sobbing. People were sobbing. People's parents were already in there, and they were reuniting with their parents. Friends are just crying, and then it was really loud and talkative because people were upset. People were stressed. So it was hard to get a handle on everyone so that everyone could get the same instructions. But it was a lot of relief too because we knew everything was okay. As we're walking in, they're telling us that everything is fake and it's okay. So it was bittersweet.
But to know what you went through in there, that knowing it's a hoax still.
Yeah, it's still, I could tell people, and I'm telling people, it was easier in the classroom when it was quiet and I had a control, and our teacher had a control on things that we could like everyone understood, and people were mostly calm in our classroom after we got the handle on it. In there, it didn't matter what I was telling people. People were already sobbing. I'm showing them, like, look, this is what my mom said. Like, I promise it's okay. There were police in there who were still telling them, but everyone's so worked up from the whole thing. It's really hard to get a handle on it.
Well, because to think while you're in there that it's real.
Yeah. I mean, it was shorter for me. So my classroom, it was probably 15 minutes where we were like, I think this is real. Everybody else, it was 30 minutes, 40 minutes before they knew anything. They were still coming in there and they didn't know for sure. So we had it easier because I could call you and we could relax, but it was, everybody else didn't know.
Well, a lot of parents are stressed out too, by the way.
Yes. I can imagine.
All right, well, thank you. I'm going to get a quick hug here. All right. Okay, so that was my daughter, Eve, who is a junior here at Oakland Catholic. You heard her explain what happened inside the classroom. She is now being released. She's headed home. Like most of the other students here at Oakland Catholic were picked up by their parents or driving themselves home, but the scene here is starting to clear. Police have started to leave as well. So certainly a relief, but of course, just the feeling of being inside the classroom, the feeling for those students hiding, the feeling for the parents getting those phone calls is still very real, despite the fact that it was a hoax. Reporting live outside Oakland Catholic, Marcy Cipriani, back to you.
Anyway, I just have to ask you, you were such a great source of information for your daughter and her particular classroom. That's really meaningful, but you can, you're at work right now. You're doing your job, and you're the one who's actually experiencing this as a parent as well. Are you okay?
Yeah, I wasn't when I talked to her on the phone this morning when she called and she was whispering. That's a stressful thing to get, because at that point we knew that there was this active shooter call. We knew that SWAT had been dispatched to Central and were headed over to Oakland to clear that school as well, which of course, as you know, they're block and a half away from each other, these schools. So we believed it was a hoax at that point, but police are still clearing it. The kids are still scared. So that's still an emotional call to get, even knowing now that it was a hoax. Just hearing her voice on the phone and whispering and just asking me what was happening, what to do next, that she could hear the panic in the announcement. Yeah, no, it's definitely stressful, and I can see it in all the parents here as they came here to try to find their kids, try to get into the cathedral, which of course, you heard Eve say that there were some parents in there, but the majority, most of the parents were kept outside because they wanted to get a handle on the kids inside and who was where. So the pacing around the cathedral, very real stress for all of these families here.
And what was it like for you to finally get that hug with Eve?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
That was great. I was stationed outside the cathedral there and saw her and a group of friends come out, and of course she gave me the wave as if everything was okay. But seeing her out here, definitely helps.
Yeah,
Definitely helps.
It's like, we're colleagues and we're friends, and I know how you feel about all those kids who were, it felt like real danger today, and we really appreciate your perspective on that. Give Eve a hug for all of us, please.
I will. Thanks, Shannon.